What's up, y'all? How's it going? We're back with another video. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, you know what time it is. Today we're gonna have a special video. I'm not gonna really be talking about too much. There's not gonna be too much to see, so don't expect too much visually. But over the weekend, me and my play group, we had our gift exchange White Elephant EDH party, and it was pretty cool. We had it at Odyssey Games in Pasadena, and the owner was very generous to section off an area for us and even like host the event. It was freaking awesome. He even made a deck and participated in the White Elephant. Man, there were a lot of us. I wanted to record and take pictures, but you have to get everybody's permission for that in a public place and blah blah blah. But it was just so fun. So if you saw the deck that I built, the Melty deck, a friend got it and completely destroyed me with it, which I found hilarious, because it worked so well with him, and it was his play style. He was a threat so fast and early. It just really showed off that even a deck that's well, at the time I built it, it was like maybe 50, 60. It turned out to eventually drop down to like $30. Can still be just really powerful. Like the way I built it, it was really fast. It had a lot of utility. He was drawing cards, had a lot of support, and he just had a blast. And if you're watching this video, you know who you are. I'm glad you're enjoying the deck. As for me, I was able to get a Atraxa Creator's Voice deck, which I'm so excited about because I've always wanted Atraxa since I started playing EDH and Commander. I had a couple chances to get Atraxa, and those chances were ripped away from me before I even got a chance. I tried to get the anthology when she was reprinted with the rest of the commanders in her set, and then that was ripped away from me. Quick story. So I was trying to save up money to get the anthology just to get Atraxa and the little life counters that came with it. So I kept trying to find someone who was selling them because they were selling out fast, and stores were selling them for more than they were worth, and I couldn't get the money fast enough. There was one left in Glendale at a store called Legacy Comics, great store that we love going to, and I was like, man, okay, it's been up there for a couple weeks. So I finally talked a friend of mine into going and buying half of it with me, because it was like almost $300 up on the shelf, and he was like, you know what, I'll just buy it and just give you the deck. And then he was planning on just like giving the decks away, the rest of the decks away, because all I wanted was the Atraxa. So he was going to give me the deck and the life counter, and someone in the store saw him and they were like, wait, the anthology is here, it's for sale? And at first one guy was like, I'll give you $175 for the Atraxa deck, and he was like, haha, sold. I was like, dude. He was like, I'm sorry, but money talks. I was like, are you kidding me? So that dude then realizes, he was like, wait, you mean you're buying the entire anthology? How about I give you $350 for the entire box? And I'm like, bro, come on. I've known you for like almost 10 years, and you gonna really just sell it to someone else right in front of my face after finally agreeing to help me get this dang deck? So yeah, so ever since then, I've been extremely salty, and I've always wanted an Atraxa deck. So this weekend, a friend of ours, I won't mention his name, he had a deck stolen from him, and he picked another deck, White Elephant rules. So we allow, I don't know if you guys have done White Elephant parties before, but usually with White Elephant parties, you go around in an order, and someone picks if they want to steal an item or a gift from someone else, or choose a new gift. And then we have a restriction on how many times you can steal a certain item or from a certain person. With our play group, you can't steal from the same person. Well, the person can't be stolen from more than twice because of the size of our group. So one person stole a Fildergrift deck from him. And so the person in front of me, actually the person that's turn was in front of mine, they stole the deck that this person had because they wanted the Fildergrift deck. And I'll look for Fildergrift. I think it was, is it 5 color? Is it 5 color? Is it 5 color or 4 color? The purple hippo, I think it's 4 color. I don't remember how it's spelled. But yeah, the purple hippo, I'll find it for those of you that don't know that card. My turn came up, but before my turn came up, because the person in front of me stole, the person who had the deck stolen from them, they had to choose a new deck. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to plan ahead. Like, is there anything I want to steal? Or is there anything that I want to take? And I'm like, okay, dang, there's nothing I really want to take from what everyone else had so far. So I was like, okay, how about I just wait and see what happens? So that same guy grabs a new deck, he opens it, it's an Atraxa, and I'm like, I can't pass on this. And I feel bad because I'm like, he already got one stolen from him. Like, I don't want to steal this deck from him, but I don't want to pass up on possibly getting an Atraxa deck. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, what am I going to do? So I'm thinking, he's all excited. He's like, oh, it's an Atraxa deck. And I'm like, crap. I'm sweating, and I'm like, okay, I can't pass up on it. I can't, like, there's nothing I can do. There we go. I was like, I had to think of what theme he was in. So I'm like, okay, he just had this deck stolen from him. I gotta go for it. So I snatched the Atraxa, and I pulled it out the deck box, and I stared at it, and I held it, and I was like, I know everybody's gonna want to steal this deck, so I'm just gonna hold it and just admire it and try not to cry because I'm like this is the only time I've ever held Atraxa. So everybody else looked at me. There was like 4 more people left behind me in turn, and they looked at me and they looked at my face, and some of them knew the story between me and my friend and how he sold the Atraxa story I just told. Some of them knew that, so they were like, oh yeah, we're not touching that Atraxa, like V deserves it. And then some people just looked at my face and they were just like, no, we gotta let him have it. We gotta let him have it. They said they saw the glow on my face, and they were just like, we're not gonna ruin his Christmas. So that's how I wound up getting Atraxa. So it took one Fildergrift to get stolen in order to open up a pathway for me to get Atraxa. Oh man. So yeah, so that's how I got Atraxa. So the deck that I got was an Atraxa Planeswalker deck, which is pretty good too. The leader of our group, he made the Atraxa deck, and it's really fun. It's different because it's a build that he made. He said it's half the power of his deck, because our limit is $100 on our decks that we built. Minimum $50, maximum $100. The thing about pushing up the maximum for our gift exchange to maybe 175, just for those who want to build a quality deck for someone. But he literally hit the limit, he said, and he had to swap out a lot of things to make it at the very limit of $100. So I will be probably posting that deck for my own purposes before I make changes to Architect. If you want to see that deck list, it'll be in the description below of what he built and how he put his deck together. But I'm just so happy. So like I was saying in my other video, if you guys are thinking about doing something for Christmas or just for the holidays and you want to do something similar, Christmas is still on the way. I don't think it's enough time, but if you guys want to do a white elephant EDH, it would be a lot of fun. Just have everybody build something that's playable, that works, and then play those decks for the night. Share, trade, etc. You don't have to do white elephant like we do. We do it just for fun because we like the chaos of stealing decks and stuff. And a couple decks did get stolen. But you can always trade decks and just play and have fun. And then it gives you room to like upgrade a deck, and you're giving someone a deck that they can upgrade or they can trade. And then you're watching, the fun happen, and that's the fun of Commander, everybody having fun together. So I definitely advise, if you guys haven't done anything festive yet, you and your play group, think about like a white elephant or a gift exchange, or maybe just like a gifted deck game night, where you all gift something to each other and then just play it, or maybe like trade decks for the night, or something like that. Just play something different, play someone else's deck, and just have fun. So that's it for me. I just wanted to share my experience of our gift exchange party like I said I would, and tell you about the deck that I was able to retrieve. If any of you are watching and you have any ideas to help me out with this interesting deck idea, as you see, there are like 2,500 Planeswalker type decks for Atraxa on EDH Rec. I really don't know what to do with this deck. I do want to upgrade it, and the person who built it, the leader of our play group, he did give me a lot of tips to upgrade it if I wanted to, and I have a lot of the cards, but I don't really playing with Planeswalkers is something new to me. Playing with the Super Friends deck is completely different. I've never done it. I usually play creature heavy decks or creature focused or spell slinger, so playing with Planeswalkers to me is, and plus counter synergies, is completely new. And I'm like, man, I just want to get more Planeswalkers on the field. So if you guys have any tips or tricks or ideas or deck lists that you might want me to look at, please post them in the comments below. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.